We'll see. Right now I think for me it's more so of healing this cut and just getting back to the drawing board.
We'll see, but I'm a businessman at the end of the day, and
Shakur just got a great boxing mind. That's just it. He's got a great boxing mind, and you want to see put his mind to it.
Teofimo Lopez calls out for rematch after a loss to Shakur Stevenson, and he's not holding back. He's furious, claiming he was robbed and denied the victory he earned in the ring. Every punch, every move he made was dismissed, and now he's demanding redemption. Teo is relentless. He wants a rematch. He wants to reclaim his honor, and he's ready to prove that he's still the true 140-pound champion.
We'll be back in some way, some form, and nevertheless, God is still real, and I think you guys all know that. You just gotta fight harder.
Teofimo Lopez isn't holding back as he breaks down the fight, and he's making it clear that his body shots were doing real damage. Every hook, every combination was landing, yet somehow it wasn't enough to get the win. Teo knows he executed parts of his plan, but he's convinced that with sharper combinations and finishing moves, he could have dominated. The fire in his words screams one thing: he's coming back for redemption, and the world better be ready for the revenge rematch he's demanding.
I was catching him a lot with the body shots a lot, so I think that was one of my effective arsenals that was getting him every time. But I think just more combinations, especially finish with left hooks.
Shakur Stevenson is playing it cool, but make no mistake, he's ready to step back into the ring if the stakes are right. His words are calm, almost casual, yet they carry a clear message. He's confident in his dominance and isn't afraid of a rematch. Teofimo's call for revenge now has a possible green light, but Shakur knows exactly what he's up against. This isn't just a fight, it's a clash of skill, strategy, and pride. Fans should expect fireworks if this rematch happens, because both men have everything to prove and nothing to lose.
Everybody, my moment was gonna come. I've been calling people out, and Teo took the bait. Finally, somebody took the bait. I've been begging for this moment, and we finally got it.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. didn't hold back, and his words cut deep. He openly humiliated his own son, pointing out that Teofimo completely failed to execute the game plan. According to him, the rhythm was all wrong, and they couldn't stop Shakur from doing what he does best. There's no sugarcoating here. This was a brutal reality check. Even though he acknowledges Shakur's win, Senior makes it clear that this wasn't the Teofimo he knows. It's a scathing critique that exposes cracks in preparation and mindset, sending a strong message. If Teofimo wants redemption, he needs a complete overhaul before any rematch.
His rhythm was supposed to be different, where we were supposed to stop Shakur from doing whatever Shakur does best, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations to him for winning, you know what I'm saying? But that was not my son in there, I think probably the networks and everybody.
Bomac is absolutely right. Shakur Stevenson's boxing IQ is on another level. He doesn't just fight, he dissects his opponents with precision, anticipating every move and countering with calculated ease. Once he locks in mentally, it's over. There's no room for mistakes, no chance to exploit weaknesses. Beating someone like Shakur isn't just about skill or power, it's about surviving a mental chess match that he dominates effortlessly.
She thought he could have stopped Teofimo Lopez if he would have maybe put his foot on the gas. Didn't need to, but I thought his punches looked solid in there tonight. I thought he looked like he had the heavier hands of the two. But Conor Benn can crack at 147, and he's a big one.
The Wade concept nails it. Teofimo Lopez couldn't navigate Shakur's defense at all. Every attempt to cut the ring or bypass the lead hand was met with a stifling jab, leaving him trapped and frustrated. Teofimo's footwork mistakes only made things worse, stepping into Shakur's preferred angles instead of controlling the space. This orthodox versus southpaw clash highlighted Shakur's mastery. He effortlessly dictated distance, dictated pace, and punished every misstep. If Teofimo wants a rematch, he must completely rewire his approach, because Shakur doesn't just fight, he controls, dominates, and makes even the best look outclassed.
He was having real trouble getting to Shakur Stevenson. He could not get past the lead hand. The jab was stifling him. He was having trouble cutting the ring. He was having trouble getting to the outside foot. This was an orthodox southpaw matchup where Teofimo needed to step to his left to try to push the lead hand away, or at least get head off center line if he wanted to throw his right hand. Instead, he was doing the opposite, and Shakur was...
Ade Oladipo hits the nail on the head. Teofimo Lopez looked completely off his game. And honestly, it's hard to watch a fighter of his talent get robbed like that. He came in strong, had tools, and yet Shakur Stevenson turned him into a punching bag without breaking a sweat. Teo barely landed anything, and the fact that the result looks so lopsided feels like a robbery to Lopez. If there's ever a time for redemption, it's now. Teofimo deserves a rematch, not just for pride, but to reclaim what was blatantly stolen from him.
Understand who he beat. He beat Teofimo Lopez, who, yes, has had his issues. I think we see that against Kambosos and to an extent against Sandor Martin. But Teofimo Lopez was recognized by everyone as the best 140-pounder. Shakur Stevenson, in his first fight in the division, has gone to fight the best, and it's a shutout. It's a shutout. There wasn't a mark on him. Like, Teo barely landed a glove. And
Eddie Hearn's breakdown only reinforces the frustration for Teofimo Lopez. Watching Shakur dominate so flawlessly, it's clear that Teo's potential was never fully showcased, and every fan watching could feel that Lopez was robbed of the fight he deserved. Shakur's precision, timing, and footwork made it look easy, but that doesn't erase the fact that Teofimo came prepared and still got outclassed due to circumstances that were far from fair. The call for a rematch isn't just hype, it's a demand to correct the robbery and give Lopez the chance to fight for the respect he earned.
I think Shakur looked strong. You know, Shakur looked like he was punching very hard. His jab was on point. His footwork was incredible. It's his timing. It's his fitness. He's a complete...
Shakur Stevenson's post-fight confidence only fuels Teofimo Lopez's fire for revenge. Teo worked hard, landed body shots, and even hurt Shakur at times, yet the fight felt like a robbery on the scorecards. Every jab, every combination he threw was met with Shakur's superior timing and ring IQ, making Lopez's efforts look minimized. For a fighter who gave his all, this loss stings deeply. Now, all eyes are on a rematch. The one fight that could let Teofimo prove the first result didn't reflect his true skill, heart, or power in the ring.
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. But yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
Did you feel like you hurt him at any point in the fight?
Yeah, for sure. I hurt him a couple times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. I put on a great show.
Claressa Shields perfectly explains how Shakur dominated, while Teofimo struggled to find an answer. The body shots, the jab, and Shakur's movement made Lopez look off balance, creating a sense that he was robbed of the respect he earned. Teofimo's frustration is clear. He knows he could have done more under fair circumstances. Fans and analysts alike are calling for a rematch where Lopez can show that the first fight's outcome didn't truly reflect his talent. He wants revenge, and the world is ready to see him fight back.
I know boxing, and like I told y'all, we was gonna see a little bit of athleticism, but we was gonna see Shakur be using his jab, going to the body, and we saw blood today. Shakur did great today. Only thing I can ask for is a stoppage. I can't ask for nothing else.
Daniel Jacobs hits the truth on the head. Facing a boxer as skilled as Shakur requires everything. Yet Teofimo still fell short, not entirely by his own doing. Strategy, timing, and perhaps judging left Lopez feeling robbed. He pushed, he tried, but the superior skill of Shakur made it look effortless. Now, the narrative is shifting toward redemption. Teofimo is demanding a rematch, and rightly so, because only a second fight can give him the chance to prove that the first result was an injustice and reclaim his standing in the division.
For Teofimo,
hey yo, sometimes you just gotta grab your nuts and you just gotta put balls to the wall, unfortunately. but that's just what it is. And sometimes when you think you can keep up with a boxer...
Bruce Carrington lays it bare. Shakur made the fight look easy, but Teofimo Lopez knows he wasn't given a fair shake. Every counter and jab that kept him at bay felt like a robbery of his moment to shine. Lopez's skill, heart, and power were real, but the decision didn't reflect it. Now, the stakes are clear. Teofimo wants revenge, and a rematch is not just desired, it's necessary. The first fight may have gone to Shakur, but only a second bout can truly settle the score and restore justice for Lopez.
Man, Shakur looked phenomenal, dominant performance. Just what do you think about that?
Man, he made it easy. I was saying, like, if Teo was to fight more on a back foot and throw punches when Shakur throws, that's the only time you're going to get Shakur. But Teo, he has a habit of getting out of position all the time. He'll double up his right hand, turn square, or turn southpaw. Like, that's not going to work, bro. You're not going to take up enough space to touch Shakur. And Shakur's reflexes and his countering was just keeping Teo at bay. It was an easy night from round one for him.
Keyshawn Davis's reaction captures the shock and disbelief of what many are calling a robbed performance by Teofimo Lopez. From the backstage perspective, it looked effortless for Shakur, but Lopez was working hard, landing clean shots, and executing his game plan, yet it didn't reflect on the scorecards. This is exactly why Teofimo's call for a rematch is justified. He knows the first fight didn't show his full skill, his power, or his heart. Fans want to see him get that redemption, and the world is ready to witness a fight that could finally settle the score. Teofimo isn't asking for charity, he's demanding justice. This isn't just about a win or loss, it's about proving he belongs at the top.
Backstage, bro, I'm just going crazy. Like, oh, he beat him up. It's easy work. Like, he's beating Teo up. Like, it's not even a close fight. You know what I'm saying? So, I was just happy for him. Super happy for him.
Man, he called out Conor Ben. You guys both trying to maybe co-main and main event in the UK with all these UK guys?
Hey, man, how big this event was, bro. Like, I ain't tripping.
Coach Wally's praise for Shakur's legacy is valid, but it underscores the frustration of Lopez and his team. Teofimo worked hard, yet the narrative is skewed. While Shakur claims another title, many argue Lopez was robbed of the credit he deserved. His strategy neutralized unfairly. The call for a rematch isn't just ego, it's a chance to correct what happened. Teofimo knows he can expose weaknesses, make adjustments, and finally show the world that the first fight was far from definitive. Legacy fights aren't just for trophies, they're for proving who truly deserves the crown. And Lopez is hungry for that overdue redemption in the ring.
Oh man, I'm very excited. I said this was another legacy fight for him, and
Absolutely.
he got a chance to, establish his legacy once again, winning another title at 140 pounds. So I'm very enthusiastic about his future and very proud of his performance.
Absolutely. And what's next? He talked about Conor Ben. Conor Ben got in the ring. That looks like that's what's going to be next.
Well, we knew Conor Ben was there for a reason. You know what I mean? And you notice he was in the fight before that.
Bring it back up.
I think Shakur addressed that issue. Like, he wasn't going to act like it didn't happen. He going to act like he didn't see him.
Exactly.
He just letting old Conor Ben know that we aware of him.
All right.
Okay, him being NA. Shakur said, hey, he can be next. We not worried about that.
How does a fight would that play out with Conor Ben? We'll do it over and there.
Bruce Carrington breaks down exactly why Teofimo looked off, but the story goes deeper than just performance. Lopez had moments. He landed. He pushed. Yet Shakur's counters and style made it look effortless. This is the classic scenario of a fighter robbed of recognition. Every fan watching knows Lopez deserved more respect for his efforts. The misjudged rounds left him hungry, and now he's calling for a rematch, not just for pride, but to reclaim what was taken from him. Teofimo wants the chance to expose that first fight's outcome didn't reflect his true skill, and the boxing world is waiting for that vindication to finally happen.
Easy, I was saying, like, if Teo was to fight more on a back foot and throw punches when Shakur throws, that's the only time you're going to get Shakur. But Teo, he has a habit of getting out of position all the time. He'll double up his right hand, turn square, or turn southpaw. Like, that's not going to work, bro. You're not going to take up enough space to touch Shakur. And Shakur's reflexes and his countering was just keeping Teo at bay. It was an easy night from round one for him. Shakur got got the
Daniel Jacobs' assessment hits the core issue. Skill differences matter, but Teofimo's heart and determination were undeniable. He executed his combinations, pressed the action, and made Shakur work harder than the public saw. Yet, somehow, the official result painted a one-sided story. This is why Lopez is screaming for a rematch. He knows he can adjust, counter Shakur's tactics, and prove the first fight was a robbery. Talent alone didn't decide this. Judging and circumstances did. The rematch isn't optional, it's necessary. Lopez wants redemption, and the boxing world is watching closely, ready to witness whether the robbed fighter can finally get justice and reclaim his place among the elite.
Teofimo is my guy, but I've always been a fan of Shakur, and I think that Shakur put on a clinic tonight. Least amount of risk, been able to put his skill set into fruition all night. The jab was leading. You can tell the difference in skill set, and that was the difference to me that made the fight. It wasn't about grit, it wasn't about heart, it was about sheer talent, and Shakur displayed that.
Devin Haney's observations hint at something everyone noticed. Teofimo looked different, maybe unfocused, but there's more beneath the surface. Lopez's frustration isn't just about performance, it's about being robbed of the acknowledgement he earned. He felt the fight should have gone differently, that every punch he landed mattered, yet the outcome didn't reflect it. That's why the call for a rematch is loud, clear, and justified. Teofimo wants to prove his true skill, reclaim his respect, and correct what he sees as a blatant injustice. Fans and fighters alike are ready to see him take that chance and finally get the revenge and redemption he's demanding.